Hello, my name is Chanik, and today I'm going to talk about the book called One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. So the intro will be very simple. I'm going to talk about author and the summary and theme and my thoughts. First, the author is called Alexander, okay, and then he is a Russian novelist. And he was born in December 11, 1918 and died in August 3, 2008. His work had underscored the severity and harsh conditions in Gulag. And the Gulag is Russian 수용소 in during Soviet Union time. And then one of his works called One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich earned him a Nobel Prize of Literature. So the basic explanation of the book will be it is rather very simple, and then the reality was emphasized. So the summary, Ivan was regarded as spy during World War II after he was captured by German soldiers. Because he is Soviet Union soldier, he was captured by Germany, but he kind of challenged himself and ran out of prison, but he was regarded as spy. And then he had to live about 8 years. This means that when he came back to Soviet Union did not give him an equal rights of trial. So he had to forcefully move into Gulag camp, prisoner camp, and then he had to live and work hard labor about 8 years without stopping. Even though Ivan was very sick in the prison camp, he was forced to clean up the guard camp and clean other places. So this means that he had no time to rest. And Ivan tries to tell that he is very severely ill. So even though the prisoner security guards, they say that they force Ivan to work even though he is very sick. He even though that kind of condition, he tries to tell the truth that he's very ill. Yet surprisingly, the prisoner keepers were keeping the every single attendance and records of every prisoners. So that means that prisoners have to fully fill or work extra days if they make excuses or any kind of rest. So next, all prisoners ate insufficient amount of food, which they actually in the book they describe as some kind of soup without meat and a little bit of other bread. And all of them wishes for extra food, and the weather was also freezing cold. Yet there was no safe nor warm places nor time to rest. And even receives his extra food by illegal method. So he while he was working in labor some kind of group, he moved out from the places, and then he secretly trade with other merchants, and then illegally buy his food and eat it. And later, Ivan was selected as one of the intelligent prisoners in the camp. So thus the secretary of the he later became secretary of the chief of prisoner camp, and he was kind of advantaged compared to other prisoners. So at first time I saw this book, I was really curious about what was the theme of this book. But I realized that the theme of this book was cruelty of human beings and reality, and it was emphasizing survival of fitness kind of. And my thought, I read this book and I got very impressive because even though it is very short and the words are not that complicated, but the author's expression and his sentence organization fully conveyed his meaning and his emotion through his words. So I was very impressed. And again, it was very realistic. Yes. And the simple structure made me to remind of Ernest Hemingway, because Ernest Hemingway was one of the one of the writers who used shortly organized sentence structures, but also gave his readers great meaning. Yes. Thank you for listening.